Hello and welcome to the 26th Volkswagen Prague Marathon, coming to you on Sunday the 8th of May 2022. It's a glorious day in the Czech capital. It's bathed by spring sunshine, and every reason to believe that the 8,500 to 9,000 runners on the streets of this very fast flat course will have a wonderful day out in their favourite sport, the sport of distance running. The atmosphere is literally buzzing around the city centre, with the break of 2 years away from mass marathon running in the Czech capital being broken now by this new edition of the race. And new in several ways. Of course, there is an elite race, but there is the battle of the teams as well to be anticipated. And all the runners, the elite and the mass runners, can be involved in that contest. So what is the battle of the teams concept? Well, it's a marathon and it's a team sport. That sounds like a contradiction. The drama doesn't end, though, with the first runner across the line. In fact, it's just getting started. 6 teams, 6 captains, and each team has a charity associated with it. 4 professional athletes each team, with 2 more as a backup. And all runners, every single runner, can choose a favourite team, sign up for that team, and therefore be a contributor to the score. All runners are combined their scores with the professional athlete scores to produce an end-of-the-day result. So every single participant makes the difference in who wins. Every runner matters, and this is very much the case for the elite as well.
This is more than exciting because it is not an individual. I run as an individual also. I love to work hard for the team. Since failing to do so, you are failing the team.
So in the minutes before the 9 o'clock start, the team's introduced to the crowds. Team Volkswagen with Ayele Abshero as their fastest man, a very strong indeed. Their captain Zuzana Hejnova, twice world 400 metres hurdles champion. The second team, Matoni, Emmanuel Saina, the 2:05 runner, perhaps the favourite, and Yuri Perskovec, the Olympic gold medalist in canoeing. Team Birel next. Norbert Keegan is in very good form indeed, of Kenya. And Yuri Yechek, their captain, multiple Paralympic champion. Team Adidas, well, their team is of mixed abilities, but they have a great chance of doing well here today. Their captain Barbara Votikova, the star footballer from PSG. Team Generali with Kelkili Wolderegai of Ethiopia, who apparently wants a very fast time. Their captain is Michael Schlesinger, the biathlon champion. And completing the teams, Yuma Hattori is the Olympic representative from Japan for Team Chez, and their captain Barbara Strychkova, the ex-tennis champion. Let's have a quick look at the course now from the old city square. Well, it winds around. It looks like a zigzaggy course with a lot of corners, but that's actually very fast. It follows the Vltava river for the most part, so it's fast and flat, long straight stretches. It crosses the river 10 times, goes back through the city square at about 12.5 kilometres before heading a long, long way south. Some big straight stretches here, down alongside the river itself. A U-turn down here at around 22 kilometres, back up north, across the river again, back south once more, a turnaround at 28 kilometres. But this is all very fast, good quality running. It's exactly what top runners and club runners alike want. They want a nice steady course in which they can set a good rhythm. And then the closing kilometres bring them back along Parishka Street towards the old town square. So the start then at 9 o'clock, engines revving, all the runners ready to go. The mayor of Prague, Zdenek Zip, gets them on their way. The first few hundred metres for the elite and those behind them, very fast indeed as they head northwest towards the Vltava river to cross it for the first time. And the weather, well, it's absolutely glorious. Perfect for spectators, perhaps a little too warm for the runners themselves, around 19-20 degrees as that gun goes, and it will warm up through the morning and over the next few hours. So tough for the mid-pack runners. But so much a feeling of celebration. with a gap of 2 years. This race was held, of course, the Battle of the Teams 12 months ago, but it was only an elite race that incorporated the Czech championships for men and women. Both those championships in the race again today. But it is the elite athletes pounding out the early pace. Very little wind around this city, and the glorious Charles Bridge crossed by the athletes in the early stages. One of the most iconic sights in the world of European capitals, indeed in the world of capital cities. Quite majestic structure, going back many centuries to its year of construction. And as ever, the elite pack of about 10 moving along very quickly and separating themselves from the rest in the early kilometres. So the athletes in the men's elite pack moving very quickly indeed at 10 kilometres, the time 29:44. They're on schedule for something around 2:05, 2:06. It's exactly what the best men wanted, but will they be able to sustain it in these very warm conditions? The crowd superb, and look at the team scores. They're incredibly tight. 4:7.35 against 4:6.45 and 4:6.40. It could hardly be tighter, but that will change as the race wears on. The backmarkers, of course, well, their performances do matter, and the youngsters concluding their series of races through the city streets in the sunshine. That's a big pack in the men's race as they approach the mid-race point. The pacemakers doing a wonderful job knocking out those kilometres in around 3 minutes per kilometre, exactly what these elite men wanted. Some of the course is in shade, but plenty of it is not, and that will mean they will pay a price. The leading ladies, well, they've gone out perhaps at an even more optimistic tempo with their pacemakers heading for something under 2:20 and possibly a course record. Rispa Chebet at 15 kilometres, under 50 minutes, and very happy to be tucked in behind their pacemaker, their male pacemaker. Well, of course, for some people it's all about just getting round the route. It smiles all the same, and completing the 42 kilometres is the main challenge. At the front end, it's a very different affair. Just past halfway, and the elite men have gone through this point in 63.13, and they continue to pound along towards the southern end of the course now. There it is. 63.13, and Silas Sugut is the man making the tempo with Yetial Zerehun right up alongside him. There's almost a heat haze over the city. That's how warm it is, 21, 22 degrees, and the temperature climbing all the time, and the ladies feeling it as well. Getting their drinks on board, absolutely vital to drink regularly and often. Single file in the women's race, and it has been that way since virtually the get-go, which implies that the pace is very fast indeed, and certainly that's the way it seems. The Ugandan athlete Rispa Chebet, the 29-year-old, with the best of 2:23, if she maintains this, heading for a big personal best. And the men, well, their time 1:14.56 at 25 kilometres. Again, every single kilometre clicking by at around 3 minutes. And Hattori of Japan there in the cap, still looking very strong indeed, well past halfway. And the team race, well, Team Ches leading 4:6.36 to a Generali 4:6.30. It could hardly be tighter, and right on their heels, Team Matoni. But those positions can change, and of course the final scores won't be known till later on tonight, when the all-runners score, their fifth scorer for each team in effect, is added to the totals. Well, the time at 30 kilometres is 1:30.54 for the men. They've really maintained a very, very quick tempo. Again, a 2:59 kilometre to 30k. Norbert Keegan pushing hard to try and break the opposition for Team Birel. His best is 2:05.13. They're beginning to slip slightly outside that sort of time as the temperatures takes its toll. And of course, the 8th of May is a celebration date for the end of World War II for Czechoslovakia, as was, and it's still celebrated very much in the Czech Republic. Glorious sight high above the city to see the blue, white and red of the national flag. Team scores, well, 4.5.65 for Generali. They've taken the lead from Team Czech. Volkswagen still holding strongly onto third place, but they're very, very tightly matched. So at 34 kilometers, Bekelec Borecha, the 24-year-old Ethiopian, on schedule for something well inside her personal best, has broken away, has a good gap on the opposition. Her best is only 2:24 from Barcelona last year, but she's on schedule to run something around 2:21, 2:22. A brilliant run by the Ethiopian, building up. And in the men's contest, Norbert Keegan beginning to ease away yet further from the opposition. He can't relax because they're stubbornly holding their form, but he has got about 100 metres on those behind him. Kelkile Walderegai and Yetiel Zerihun battling away. That's Correa, in fact, back in second place. He's a pacemaker, but he looks like he wants to finish as Norbert Keegan takes liquid on board and struggling. 2 hours on the clock at 40 kilometres. He's only got 6 or 7 minutes of running to go, but he's really feeling this now. And the battle behind from second and third places continues. And in fact, that is Correa just losing second place to Kelkile Walderegai. A Kenyan leads in the figure of Keegan. Walderegai of Ethiopia in second place now. That personal best, unfortunately, doesn't look like it's going to be broken by Norbert Keegan. But this has been a truly majestic run in sweltering hot weather. The temperature has climbed. It's around 23 degrees now in the Czech capital. And it's been a lonely last few kilometres for Norbert Keegan. But he will be champion in this 26th edition of the Volkswagen Prague Marathon. Battling to the line there. He wins comfortably in a fabulous time. Unofficially 2:07.54 for Norbert Keegan. In second place, Walderegai. He hangs on to that runner-up spot just outside 2:08 there for Walderegai. Superb finishing strength from him. And another Ethiopian in third. Yetiel Zerihun comes home about 10 or 15 seconds down.
Today was so humid, so I managed to maintain my body, my energy for the finish because I was doing my friend from Ethiopia was tough before, so.
And Yuri Homolach of the Czech Republic, the 32-year-old, will win their title. He's the national champion. Nowhere near his best of 2:14, but that doesn't matter. The weather accommodates that. And of course, the champion in the women's race, as we expected. She has dominated the second half. Bekelec Borecha for Team Czech gets onto the blue carpet in the Old Town Square and breaks the tape in a fabulous time. That is a personal best for the Ethiopian by almost 2 minutes. Totally spent. Quite remarkable run in the conditions. And in second place, this is a battle by Purity Changwoni on the left of Kenya and Sintiyehu Haile Michael of Ethiopia in third. And it is Changwoni for Kenya who splits the Ethiopians. Her time unofficially 2:25.11. That is superb from Changwoni. Only a couple of minutes outside her best. And Haile Michael, almost staggering as she crosses the line, has given 101%. The well-earned presentation ceremony for the elite men. And the champion, Norbert Keegan, gets his medal. His time officially 2:07.54, ahead of Walderegai's 2:08.30. And Volkswagen, of course, delighted to be involved with a fabulous day's racing as marathon running proper gets back into the city of Prague. Keegan from Walderegai and Zerihun, the first three then. And Bekelec Borecha, well, a very comfortable winner eventually. 1 minute 55 seconds faster than she's ever run before. And ahead of Purity Changwoni of Kenya, who snatched second place at the last minute. Well, the presentations continued right through to the pasta party in the evening, where the results of the team race were announced. The fifth scorer in each team, all the runners further back who had registered for a team, their run mattered. Winning score of Team Generali, with Adidas runners coming through for second place and Volkswagen holding on to third, where they'd stayed for most of the day. So the second edition of the Battle of the Teams, incorporating the masses this time round, different to 12 months ago, a huge success in the Czech capital. The athletes have enjoyed themselves enormously. From me, Tim Hutchings, bye-bye for now, and we'll see you again next year in Prague.